American football is a game played between two teams and consists of 11 players in each of the two teams, with unlimited substitutions. American football is a game of intense physical play with complex strategy to score points by advancing the ball to the opponent team's end zone. Rugby is best described as a blend of the contact of American football, the running of soccer, and the transition of basketball. It is a game played between two teams with 15 players in each, played on a rectangular field, with the object being to run with an oval ball across the opponent's goal line or kick it through the upper portion of the goal posts. Rugby has 15 players on the field, and 8 reserves which form a 23-man squad. Unless certain circumstances such as major injuries, blood bins or concussions come into effect, when the starting player from the run-on 15 leaves, he or she will not come back. A reserve does not have to be used. In American football, one 11-man team has possession of the football. It is called the offense, and it tries to advance the ball down the field and score points by crossing the goal line and getting into an area called the end zone. Each team has 3 separate units: the offense, those players who are on the field when the team has possession of the ball; the defense, players who line up to stop the other team's offense; and special teams that only come in on kicking situations, punts, field goals, and kickoffs. The other side, also with 11 players, is called the defense, assuming they don't have the ball. It tries to stop the offensive team and make it give up possession of the ball. If the team with the ball does score or is forced to give up possession, the offensive and defensive teams switch roles. The offensive team goes on defense and the defensive team goes on offense. Rugby is played over 80 minutes over 2 40-minute halves. In the NFL, games are divided into 4 15-minute quarters, separated by a 12-minute break at halftime. There are also 2-minute breaks at the end of the first and third quarters as teams change ends of the field after every 15 minutes of play. Tackling in rugby looks to do 2 general things: bring a player to the ground or hold him and keep him off the deck. Holding a player up can force a turnover. If the player goes to ground in rugby, it is fair game. If the defense follow the laws, keeping their feet, taking the ball after the carrier goes to the deck and releases the ball, ideally, then they may take possession. In the NFL, if the defense brings the ball carrier to the ground, that is, a player is tackled when one or both of his knees touch the ground. The play is then over. A play also ends when a player runs out of bounds, as it does in rugby if the ball is run into touch or kicked out. As long as you hold onto the ball in rugby, you can do whatever, within the laws of course. You can move the ball up to the field.